What is up, everyone? This is Alec Perez, 5-year trader, just going over what I was seeing today in the market. Today I made about 10K at the market, and really what I was looking at here, just get our back replay. Looking at the 2-minute here, our open has not hit yet. Let's get it to open first. So here's our okay, so here's our opening candle here, right? I see support here not holding up, and you can kind of see it coming back in here, right? I really like this candle here. This is a wick heavy, so this basically means, you know, there's a ton of buyers here, ton of buyers. They couldn't make the price go higher. Then what do we see after? A dump, right? So you could say there's a ton of buyers stuck here, ton of buyer, ton of liquidity. So I was looking at that. Let's just keep it going. What do we see on this next candle here? Well, I also like this. I love this. Why? We try to get above this 58.21 level, which is really just, you know, this support here, you could say. And if we go further back, you'll see it, right? But you'll see that, right? We see another wick here, right? And now I'm just watching it. I want to get an entry to the downside. This looks very nice to the downside. We got liquidity here. We got liquidity from this level, take out here. Nice downtrend forming. The next candles we see, right? We love this as well. So now we're looking for an entry. This wick right here tells us we're getting in. Why? Look at where this ended up, right? So while this candle was forming, I entered here. We'll say, to make it easy, I entered on the blue. Stop loss, you can either go above this candle here, right? Because let's say this market comes back up and gets us out here, the likelihood of it going higher is more probable than it just coming up above this candle and then falling, right? So we see that. Okay, so then I enter. You could say your stop loss there or right here. You know, I think I said on the top one, right? So now we have good confirmation here. We have wicks. We also have this key level here, this blue zone here getting ran through, right? So I enter. Now where is my take profit? What I like to do is I let a 5-minute candle close the opposite direction. Meaning, if this candle here, this is a 2-minute, but let's go to 5-minute here, right? If any of these candles here closes green, closes up, I get out. So that's what I did. And it allows me, if you're thinking about it, it allows you to stay in the position longer. Why? Well, let's look at the 1 minute. The 1 minute, you could say here, right? Oh man, this looks like it could go higher, right? You might want to get out, right? Okay, you see this nice red candle, right? Okay, you're staying in. Now you see this. Oh man, this might make me get out. This green candle, right? You're on the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, you don't want to be looking at these levels being taken out. Just stay on the 5-minute. If you see a green candle close, then you get out. That's simple, right? This has not closed yet, right? The closest one is this green one here, correct? So I could say I'm out here, right? My take profit was down here, right? But if I'm using my rule and it's a green candle, then I can get out. Now you can also say, well, you know, that's really not a really good green candle, right? It's really undecided, right? Went up, went down, kind of stayed at the same point, right? So I can stay in if I want. Now I didn't stay in, I got out here, right? But just keep in mind, this is a 64 to 159, a 1 to 2.48 trade. And you could say, if you even put the stop loss above this wick here, it's a 43. You could even, right, once this dumped to this candle here, I would be fine. Since my entries here, I would be fine literally just going back, you know, maybe wait for this next candle here. I would go back to break even. Now you have a free trade. Because the likelihood of this reversing here, if it does, you're not going to get this. you're gonna get a nice push back up, right? And you want to be out anyway, so you don't even want to wait for your stop loss, right? So let's just say our stop loss is there, 43 and a 159. That's a 1 to 3.7. You calculate that. Let's just say we do one contract of ES at 43. You're risking $537. Where's my? There we go. Risking $537, and reward you're making. Let's do 1250. Multiply that by, when did we get out here? 159, we'll say, right? 159. You're risking 500 to make 1987, right? And let's just say you kept it going. You know, you waited for this candle. You know, it's not that undecided, and you know, you don't know if it's gonna go higher or not. We still have our 9 EMA here pushing down the market. This next candle looks super red. You know, you could probably just keep it going. Keep it going, you keep it going, and boom. You get exactly where our zone is at, right? And that is a really nice trade. And that's the trade I took, right? I really got out somewhere in here, you know? So, you know, it's a good trade after all. But then what else can you do? Well, why do we have this zone here? Let's look at it. Why do we have this zone? Let me see if I can see it better on the 4 hour. That simple. See this here? And you see this. Why do we have that here? Support, support, support. Return resistance to support, right? That's the only reason we have that. And what happens when we got there? We pumped. We pumped. We kept pumping, right? We kept pumping. This I had on Sunday. You can turn and look back on Sunday, right? And what do you even play this? You could literally just say it's a triple bottom, triple bottom, triple bottom, boom. What did this do? Swept the liquidity of here. Easy entry here. Your stop loss, you could even say let's enter on this candle here, right? Your stop loss is below here, and you're gonna take it back up. You know, you could keep it going back up to these highs. Now it's a 1 to 2, right? But you're not really going to want to enter on this green candle. You want to enter before. Why? Because we're having liquidity. We have liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here. We're trying to make that higher high. So you're expecting that higher high. And that's what we're going to get. Because we have this huge zone here. We have our bottom turn into holding the bottom. And that's what we want to see. And then you could even, let's just say you took it back up to these highs here, back up to where we entered at 8:30. That is a 58 to 220 risk to reward, a 1 to 3.8. That simple. And you could say, when do you get out? You know, I'm not going to get out here because we just broke. We just broke. That's why you need to know, when do you get out on these? You can get out on a green candle, right? When we're getting the reversal, we're going to have more selling pressure. More selling pressure. Because it's not going to be as easy as just going straight up, straight down like how we did here. Because we're having a reversal. We're going to have ups and downs, ebbs and flows, right? So you're going to stay in longer, but because of this nice entry we could say we got our entry here, right? We're only risking 40 points. And now if we're up here, or we could say if we're right here, reason we got resistance here was why? This simple. Look at this. We have resistance there, right? So we're expecting resistance here. We just want it to hold, and it holds, and we keep going higher. Now what do we make here? Well, take your fib, bottom to top. Where's the fib at? Golden pocket right here. That simple. And where did you take it to? You can take it to the 2360, the 6180, or just keep it going up until this zone up here. And what do we see? We're dumping. We'll probably continue to dump lower, right? That's what I had for today, guys. This was my trade recap for Tuesday. Really great trading day, and it's going to continue being a great trading week because we have Trump as president. Volatility, baby.